Hello, SpaceWatchers. This is Space Cafe Radio, your channel about trends, cool people, and real conferences. My name is Victoria Urban, a contributing editor at SpaceWatch.Global, and today I bring my homeland, Hungary, closer to you by interviewing an outstanding young talent, Dora Babocs, an inspiring robotic surgeon, space and space medicine enthusiast, who may herself go to space soon. Hello, Dora. Could you please let us know who you are and what you do? Just introduce yourself in a few words.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. My name is Dora Babocs. I'm a final year medical student of the University of Szeged, Szent György Albert Medical School. At the same time, I am also completing my astronomy and planetary science bachelor degree at my second university, which is actually located in the UK. I'm studying online in the distant learning. My hobby is I really enjoy learning languages. And at the same time, I also like doing some sports. Actually, when I was in my first year at med school, I was a bodybuilding competitor. Actually, I won some competitions in Hungary. Last but not least, I'm also a space enthusiast.
Wow, thank you for that. And how old are you? Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 26 years old.
Well, all the things you mentioned makes you look like you're at least 40. You've done so many things. But of course, I can see you and I can see that you don't look 40.
Thank you. I'm trying to do my best.
Okay, so you're studying medicine. You're training to become a surgeon. Is that right?
Yes, actually, I'm still a medical student and I'm in my final year now. But in the next year, I would like to start my surgical residency and be a surgeon. I especially really interested in robotic surgery because this type of surgery, I think it's really, really special and this is our future. It will be very useful and a very innovative method in the Earth and also probably in space during space flights.
Oh, definitely. I think telemedicine is something like that as well. You know, they can remotely examine people, so why not remotely do surgery? Right. And you're also a space enthusiast. Now, which came first? Were you interested in medicine first or space or both?
Actually, medicine came first. First, I decided to be a doctor, so I applied to this medical school. I got accepted and I was 100% sure I will be a neurologist. But then at my third year, it was my first time when I visited the surgical department of Szeged. And I just fall in love with this field. And it's really interesting. But also during my third year, I have started to be interested in space industry and space science.
How did space come about? How did you become interested in space?
It's a really interesting question because when someone asked me, Dora, what would you do if you didn't study to be a doctor? I said, I would be an astrophysicist. And this sentence made me think a little bit. I just thought, why not both? Life is too short to just live only one life. Why I couldn't do both? So I decided to apply my second university and also I was trying to participate in more and more meetings and opportunities in space medicine. I could meet a lot of very nice and smart people who I could talk to.
That's good. And were you always good at physics?
Actually not. I haven't been always good at physics, but work hard every day. I study every day. And I feel like I became better and better day by day.
Definitely. Well done. I heard that you are going to become a doctor officially in a very short while. Is it just 2 months and then you get your degree?
Yes, it will be about 2 or 3 months when I have to pass on my board exam, my medical board exam in Hungary. And I will receive my degree officially in the end of June.
Oh, that's amazing. And you mentioned you liked learning languages. How many languages do you speak?
Yeah, I really like learning languages. I can speak English. I can also speak some Japanese and some Chinese. And I also learning Korean, but just only in a basic level, this one. In Japanese, I can make some conversations with my friends. We can talk in Japanese. I think the Chinese is a little bit more difficult, but now I am preparing for the HSK 3 language exam. This one is intermediate level.
Have you ever been to these parts of Asia?
Unfortunately, not yet due to COVID. Actually, I won a scholarship to China for an international language exam course. But unfortunately, because of COVID, it was only online, so I couldn't visit the country, but I could participate on the online lectures. The University of Szeged supports motivated students on their career. So with the help of my university and my supervisors, we also organized an educational trip for me to go to Japan. Unfortunately, it's canceled because of COVID too, but I hope I can travel soon.
I also know that you do some research at your university. What kind of research do you do there? Is it related to space or?
My medical school provides various research opportunities for the motivated students. Therefore, during these years, I could gain experience in several scientific areas, which is really useful for my space medicine career too, since it's a very complex area which requires well-prepared scientists and doctors. So the first one is the Department of Physiology. Here, I did some research in neuroscience. My topic was related to multimodal neurons. The second one was the Department of Cardiology, where I also did some scientific work. And at the same time, as an intern, I had the opportunity to participate in patient care. Meanwhile, I also had some time in the gastroenterology building, where I could also observe and participate in patient care with my supervisor. So I think it was a very valuable experience. And the third one is the Department of Surgery. I have been working there as an intern for about 3 or 4 years. I participate here in surgeries as a first or second assistant under my mentor's supervision. Therefore, I can learn a lot. It's really useful to be there. Meanwhile, I'm there during the night shifts. I can also learn a lot how to solve surgical emergency situations or when to perform surgery, also together with my supervisors, of course. I also did some research work here, and we also present our results at the local student research conference. And actually,
cool.
I'm preparing my trip to the USA now, because in the end of March, I will spend there 1 month of surgical internship.
That's amazing. And are you going to go and visit NASA or SpaceX as
I would love to.
That's amazing. Now, you do all these researches, and obviously you have to study a lot because you're studying medicine and you want to become a surgeon, robotic surgeon. So that's a lot of time. How did you have time to take part in the Mars analog mission? Because I know you took part in it and you were part of the biomedical engineering team. So could you tell us, first of all, how you had time for that, how you ended up there, and what did you have to do there? How did that analog mission go?
I think it's really important to have a good plan and a good schedule for these days. During that analog mission, I was working from home online as a part of that volunteer organization, which consists of enthusiastic professionals of aerospace medicine. I am the part of the BMA team as a student researcher. And it was really an amazing opportunity because I could participate in some projects with the help of my supervisors. For example, I was getting involved to write an environmental report, and I also had some tasks regarding the nutrition plan of the analog astronauts.
How many days did you spend with the mission?
It's really hard to tell because we also had some preparations before the mission and during the mission. We had also a lot of meetings during these times, and we were communicating on emails and also some platforms online with each other.
Just a question to tie in with Mars. Do you ever want to go to Mars?
I think I would be the part of the team which is following the astronauts who are going to Mars.
Would you do research if you went up there, or are you just curious about space?
I would be also happy to participate in some researches and be a part of the human development. But at the same time, I have been always amazed by the very mysterious environment.
And I hear there's a fourth research.
The fourth one is the Department of Aviation and Space Medicine. I participate here in some scientific works, and I'm also the part of the team which is responsible for the writing of the next Hungarian academic textbook.
That's great. Now, on that subject, I know that the Hungarian government announced on the 28th of October last year that they were starting a Hungarian human space program, and I know that you applied. Can you tell me why you thought you wanted to apply?
I wanted to be a part of that fascinating adventure. And at the same time, I really wanted to represent my country in that significant event, make my professors and supervisors and family proud.
And what was the process? Did you have to apply online?
At the first step, we had to send our application on a web page, and it required a lot of paperwork. I had to refresh my CV, my motivation letter, and also I had to go through a lot of medical checkups. After that, the next steps will be the psychological test and also some physical examinations again. And after that, there will be a job interview and the final selection. For the final selection, they are going to choose 4 astronaut candidates, and from that 4, only 1 will go to space.
What sort of criteria were there? Do you have to have a special educational background?
To be an astronaut requires excellent health and physique and a higher education degree in scientific or medical field with a really flexible mentality and a strong will.
Do you know what the aim of this astronaut program is in Hungary?
Improve the Hungarian aerospace sciences and also do some research there. And actually, that chosen astronaut will also have a very important mission after coming back to the Earth. This astronaut will have a lot of speech to do and make the Hungarian space sciences popular.
And did you have to pay for all your medical examinations, and will you have to pay for the rest that's awaiting you?
I don't know the other medical checkups, but for the most recent ones, which I have just done, it was on me.
I also saw on your LinkedIn profile that you were a member of the Aerospace Medicine and Human Performance. Can you tell us more?
Yeah, I'm a member of ASMA, AMSRO, ASAMS, the American Society of Aerospace Medical Specialists, Women in Aerospace Medicine, Space Surgery Association, and the Austrian Space Forum. I think these professional organizations are really a good opportunity for networking, meet new people, and build new connections and share ideas with each other.
That's true. And the space community is very small, so I think networking really pays off. So now that you walked us through your life and all the amazing things that you do, can you tell me why you chose these 2?
I have 2 big reasons for that. My deep interest, and I have really great mentors. I can say I generally like almost all of the areas of medicine, but when it comes to surgery or space medicine, it's enthusiasm. When I am in the operating room, I don't even get tired. I don't even feel like I'm hungry or thirsty or anything. I can just focus for hours. And I really enjoy what I'm doing. I really enjoy to perform those exciting surgeries. I think space industry and space research is one of the most interesting areas in the whole world. It's a really interesting and complex multidisciplinary area, full of mysteries, full of challenges, which requires a lot of studying and learning to solve these mysteries. Aerospace sciences are one of the fastest improving areas. It can be really appealing for a lot of interesting people from different areas with different backgrounds. And also the reason why I have started my second degree in astronomy beside my medical studies, because I would like to know what's happening inside the human body and to know more about that dangerous and mysterious environment, which is potentially lethal for humans without any artificial support. And the other thing, my mentors and supervisors. I am surrounded by great people, great mentors and professors from my university with a huge experience and knowledge. So actually, I'm really lucky because they are teaching me a lot. I can gain a lot of experience under their supervision, and also they are supporting me. I just really love what I do, and it's not only a job for me.
That's great. You mentioned the challenges of space medicine. What do you think the greatest challenge of space medicine is today?
I think there are more factors which must be taken under consideration during spaceflight. For example, microgravity, the strong radiation. Also, there are a lot of psychological factors on the astronauts. And also there are some difficulties with the telecommunication, but it depends on the distance.
Yes, this is a very complex area. So what are your future plans?
Since I am in the very beginning of my career, I would like to learn more and gain more experience. My first specialization will be surgery, as I already told you. And after I finished my surgical residency, I would like to specialize also aerospace medicine, because in the future, I am certainly looking forward to work in the areas of aerospace medicine, space surgery, and general surgery. Since aerospace medicine is a quite complex and extremely fast improving area, I believe it requires well-qualified scientists with a huge experience and good problem-solving skills. In the long term, I would like to be part of the important mission of human development and participate in space missions. I'm especially interested in planetary missions and deep space exploration.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that's the future. So you definitely chose the best job in the world, and you will know both sides. You will know the medicine side, you will know the astrophysics side. So it's perfect. And you're also learning planetary science because you're doing astronomy and planetary science. So you will know what awaits the astronauts there.
Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing plan for the future, and what an amazing life you already have. Thank you for this interview. Thank you for taking the time to talk us through it. I'm sure you inspired a lot of people who are listening, youngsters and maybe older people like me, not to be afraid to change their careers, because you don't have to stick to just one, you can have two. So thank you for today, and I hope to speak to you soon, maybe when you're up on the ISS or any other of the space stations. Just think of me and call me. So thank you again, Dora.
Thank you very much for inviting me, and also thank you for listening.
This is the end of this episode, but please don't forget to check out the full program of Space Cafe Radio, where we offer interviews, insights and editorial comments on the space sector. I was Victoria, contributing editor for SpaceWatch.Global. Thank you all for listening, and with that, I'll leave you for today, and don't forget, become a space watcher. Bye.